Meaning of a person's life when his D1 chart has a Scorpio rising ascendant while his D9 has Aquarius rising. When a person has Scorpio rising in the D1 chart and Aquarius rising in the D9 chart, their life reflects themes of transformation, independence, and humanitarianism. This combination highlights a journey where the person navigates deep emotional intensity, Scorpio, while embracing intellectual detachment and innovation, Aquarius, particularly in relationships and personal growth. Personal identity and approach to life. Scorpio rising in the D1 chart, Rashi, Lanya. Scorpio rising natives tend to have an intense, passionate, and often mysterious persona. Ruled by Mars and Pluto, Scorpio ascendants are known for their determination, emotional depth, and desire for transformation. They have a magnetic presence and are drawn to understanding life's deeper, hidden aspects. The need for emotional control, introspection, and sometimes secrecy shapes their life path, often leading to personal evolution through periods of crisis or emotional upheaval. Scorpio rising individuals are also known for their resilience. They often encounter situations in life that require them to rise from difficulties, like the metaphorical phoenix. As a result, they possess a strong drive to grow and transform, both in their inner world and in their external circumstances. Aquarius rising in the D9 chart, navamsa. With Aquarius rising in the D9 chart, the focus in later stages of life and relationships shifts toward independence, innovation, and a broad, humanitarian outlook. Aquarius, ruled by Saturn and co-ruled by Uranus, brings a detached, intellectual, and future-oriented approach to life, particularly in relationships. The person is likely to value freedom, non-conformity, and originality in their partnerships, and will seek to form connections that are based on shared ideals rather than emotional dependency. Aquarius rising in the navamsa suggests that as the person matures, they may become more focused on community, group endeavors, and social causes. They are likely to become more objective in their approach to relationships, preferring intellectual and ideological connections rather than overly emotional ones. This brings balance to the intensity of Scorpio in the D1 chart. Relationships and marriage. Scorpio rising in relationships, D1. With Scorpio as the ascendant in the D1 chart, relationships are characterized by depth, passion, and transformation. Scorpio risings tend to form intense emotional bonds with their partners, seeking loyalty, trust, and emotional honesty. They often experience relationships as a source of deep transformation and personal growth, but their intensity can sometimes lead to issues related to control or possessiveness. Emotional trust is essential in relationships for Scorpio ascendants, and betrayal can lead to profound emotional consequences. Aquarius rising in the D9 chart, navamsa. In contrast to the emotional depth of Scorpio, Aquarius rising in the navamsa chart brings a more detached, intellectual approach to relationships. In marriage or long-term partnerships, this person may seek a partner who values individuality and independence. They are drawn to unconventional relationships that allow freedom for both parties and tend to be less emotionally dependent on their partner. With Aquarius in the D9 chart, marriage is often seen as a partnership of equals, where shared ideals, intellectual stimulation, and mutual respect are more important than emotional bonding. Over time, the individual will seek to balance Scorpio's emotional intensity with Aquarius's need for freedom and intellectual engagement. They may form relationships that challenge societal norms or that are based on progressive ideals. This could involve working together with a partner on humanitarian or social causes. Career and life purpose. Career path. With Scorpio rising, D1. Scorpio rising individuals are drawn to careers that involve depth, investigation, and the potential for transformation. They often thrive in roles that require emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and resilience in the face of challenges. Fields such as psychology, research, finance, law enforcement, or even the occult may appeal to them, as these areas allow them to delve into the unknown or hidden aspects of life. Scorpio risings are also drawn to positions of power and influence, and they tend to pursue careers that allow them to exercise control and bring about significant change. Their work life may be marked by periods of upheaval and transformation, but they have the ability to rise stronger from these challenges. Aquarius rising influence in career, D9 chart. With Aquarius rising in the D9 chart, career goals and life purpose take on a broader, more humanitarian focus over time. Aquarius rising individuals in the navamsa are likely to be drawn to careers that involve innovation, technology, or social reform. They may work in areas related to science, technology, education, or activism, where they can contribute to progressive movements or create positive change in society. The combination of Scorpio's intensity and Aquarius's intellectual detachment suggests that this person may engage in work that is both transformative and forward-thinking. They are likely to be involved in projects or causes that push boundaries and challenge the status quo. Their career may involve collaborative efforts or leadership roles within organizations focused on improving society. Spiritual growth. Scorpio rising spirituality, D1. Scorpio risings are often drawn to spiritual practices that involve deep inner work, emotional healing, and transformation. They are naturally inclined to explore the mysteries of life and death, and their spiritual journey may involve confronting their own emotional shadows or hidden fears. Scorpio's connection to the 8th house gives them an affinity for esoteric knowledge, the occult, or metaphysical studies that allow them to tap into deeper truths. Scorpio's spirituality is often tied to personal transformation, and they may undergo significant spiritual awakenings or breakthroughs during their life, especially after periods of emotional intensity or crisis. Aquarius rising in the D9 chart, navamsa. Aquarius rising in the D9 chart suggests that spiritual growth over time will take on a more intellectual and progressive form. Aquarius is linked to innovative thinking and social change, so this person may be drawn to spiritual practices that emphasize intellectual exploration, collective consciousness, or humanitarian ideals. They may approach spirituality in a more detached, objective way, focusing on the bigger picture rather than personal emotional experiences. Aquarius rising individuals in the navamsa are likely to view spirituality through a lens of service to humanity, seeking to improve the world around them through their spiritual beliefs and practices. They may be interested in modern, unconventional spiritual philosophies or movements that align with their forward-thinking nature. Challenges and growth areas. Balancing emotional depth and detachment. One of the key challenges for this individual is balancing the emotional intensity of Scorpio with the intellectual detachment of Aquarius. Scorpio rising tends to seek deep emotional connections, while Aquarius rising in the D9 chart values freedom and independence. Learning to manage emotional vulnerability while maintaining a sense of personal autonomy will be important for personal growth. Control versus independence in relationships. Scorpio's need for control and emotional closeness may sometimes clash with Aquarius's desire for independence and non-conformity in relationships. This person may need to work on finding a balance between emotional intimacy and giving their partner the freedom to express themselves as individuals. Developing trust and allowing space within relationships will be essential for their happiness. Transformation versus innovation. Scorpio rising is focused on personal transformation and emotional growth, while Aquarius rising in the D9 chart brings a focus on innovation, intellectual progress, and societal change. This individual may need to find a way to integrate both energies into their life path, using their personal transformations as a catalyst for broader change and innovation in the world around them. A person with Scorpio rising in the D1 chart and Aquarius rising in the D9 chart is on a life path that combines emotional intensity, transformation, and a desire for freedom and humanitarian ideals. While Scorpio rising brings a deep, emotionally driven approach to life, Aquarius rising in the D9 chart shifts the focus toward intellectual detachment, independence, and a desire to create positive change on a larger scale. In relationships, this individual seeks deep emotional connections but will ultimately prioritize freedom, individuality, and shared ideals in their partnerships. Their career may involve both transformative work and progressive, forward-thinking contributions to society, particularly in fields related to technology, science, or social reform. Spiritual growth for this person involves balancing emotional depth with intellectual exploration, and they are likely to be drawn to modern or unconventional spiritual practices that align with their desire for innovation and humanitarian service. Their life is ultimately shaped by a balance between personal transformation and a broader vision for societal progress and collective growth.